Hey YouTube, it's Machina Wiesel. I just want to bring you a deck update for the new format. I know the new ban list isn't there yet, but I really like the gadgets. I've always been into the gadgets. I've been playing a lot of different decks throughout the years, but when I started 2 years ago, I went with machine gadgets, and I think they're coming back due to Gigant X coming out, and we've got the number the number card shockmaster with the tinplate goldfish. It's going to be a really broken combination for the deck. I also recommend that if you're going to play it with the tinplate goldfish, you also play the photon treasure, so that the tinplate goldfish can take the effect failure. So let's get into the deck. This deck will also be on sale on my eBay channel, and I will put a link down below with the sale. So yeah. So let's start off with 3 Machina Fortress. This is your boss monster of the deck. Yeah, this card is just so broken. Even against Light Pulsar Dragon, you just suicide into Light Pulsar, and then you destroy the Red Ice Darkness Metal Dragon. If they have no Red Ice Darkness in their grave, they can special summon it through the effect of Light Pulsar, because you're Chain Link 1 and they're Chain Link 2, so theirs resolves first and then yours resolves. So yeah, it's really a good card against the Chaos Dragons as well, and still really broken. If they target it to remove with BLS, you can discard something from their hand, stuff like that. So even with the Raikos and things, I really think this card's coming up again. Then we've got our main searchers of the deck, Machina Gear Frame. They search out your boss monsters. Maybe they're not the main searchers, but they're still making you search out the strong cards. And then I went with double Machina Cannon. It's really a lot of improvement since the Machina Force. It really didn't do anything. It just sat there in your hand and you just have to discard it. And you can even use this card now if you really need to, and discard some machines. And it's 2200 defense, so yeah, it can stall for a bit. Just discard one gadget or something, and you have a really good defense. So yeah, I'm really into this card, and maybe you shouldn't run 3 Fortress and 2 Cannon. I ran 2 Fortress and 2 Cannon, but that's for everybody else to yeah, to decide what's your personal preference. So I'm selling the deck like this. Then I used to run 2 of each gadget, but with the offering and other stuff going on and exceed summoning, I would go with the triple gadgets. Try how that works. They might clog your hand a little bit, but it's not a really big problem if you can ditch them with Fortress. So every gadget I have 3 of in the deck. Of course, if you buy the deck, you can just take one of each out. Then the triple pot of duality, staple in this deck. You really need to take out the back row. The back row hate the Mystical Space Typhoons. Yeah, you need to get the effects of your gadgets just so you can thin out your deck. And also with the Machina Gear Frames, you just want to have a clean field to walk into. Then we got the Monster Reborn staple, Pot of Avarice. It's a staple. I usually just wait until I have the 2 cannons in my grave, and each gadget one of, and just recycle them. So Mind Control, staple, Heavy Storm, and then Limiter Removal. Of course, in it, it's staple, and Smashing Ground. I was looking for the Soul Taker, but I couldn't find one, so I just put in Smashing. Staple Dark-Hole, staple Book of Moon, and then we got double Bottomless, double Offering, double Torrential, Double compulse, mirror force, and solemn judgment. And for the first card is Starlight Road. You're going to get torrential, heavy storm, dark hold a lot of the times. People even run mirror force as well. So with 5 cards in every deck that destroy more cards, you should run Starlight Road this format. Plus some other decks might even run a little more mass destruction. I would take out the Starlight Road when you play like Insectors. That's why I don't run Dimensional Prisons anymore. Just the one mirror force, it's still a staple to me, and you shouldn't just have a lot of deck cards against some decks. So I wouldn't play the Starlight Road and I wouldn't play the mirror force, and I'll show you what I would put in. So let's go on to the side deck. MST is obviously for the decks that run a lot of back rows. Then we got the Neospatian Grandma. It's really good against a lot of decks, and when you have the advantage, you can just poke the monsters back to their hands. So yeah, it's really nice. It looks good as super rare. It was before like just a rare and an ultimate, but I like the super. The Imperial Iron Walls. Now this may be strange to some people, but I really like this card. This does a lot for you. Since you only play 2 bottomless and no dimensional prisons, this is a really good card to run, because they cannot remove the Rescue Rabbit for its effect, so it's even good against Rabbit. And then you have the Chaos Dragons that rely on removing from their graveyard, and they end up doing jack shit with that. So the Imperial Iron Roll can stall you for a bit, and you can build up your combos. And if they go into Lila or Raikou, just summon your Neospatian Grandma and bounce that off. You just need to get rid of the Lilas before they destroy your Imperial Iron Walls. Also, it's good against elemental heroes. They can Miracle Fusion, so that's really the thing with their deck. They want a Miracle Fusion and get their shinings out. They do have Gemini Sparks though, so you really need to run 3. They have mass removal, so yeah. Then you have your Vanity's Emptiness. This is a really good card to me. This is something I picked up from MCOL40. Basically what this card does is neither player can special summon monsters. Destroy this card when a card is sent from the deck or field to the graveyard. Basically they need to do something to get rid of this card, and that's exactly what you want. To stop their special summonings and let them waste the card and really build up your advantage. So it's not really like okay, this card's going to be gone very soon, so I'm not going to play it. That's not the point of this card. So Double Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, of course we're going to run this against our basic Insector decks. We pull out the Starlight Road and the Mirror Force and we put this in. We put this in against Dark Worlds. We put this in against Gravekeeper. This is just really broken. Pulling the rugs for the Monarch decks that still are around sometimes, and the mirror match, the machina gear frames and the gadgets will be stopped by this card. Double Cyber Dragon, some people like to run it against its end mains and stuff. I don't personally like it. I didn't have it in my extra deck, but I didn't want to sell the deck without it because most people like this card, even in a machina deck. So they can reborn your Cyber Dragon and they can fuse it to Chimeratech Fortress Dragon. So I wouldn't recommend putting this in. I would recommend putting in Photon Thrasher instead of it, and instead of some of the gadgets, but that's how I'm selling it. This Double Snowman Eater, yeah, it's for the rabbit decks and some of the other decks that you really have trouble getting over. You can just just destroy some cards that you can get over with the. You won't always have the fortress, so You just need something. If you can't combo with your ultimate offerings or stuff like that, you just really need this. So yeah. I've put in for the sales the Stardust Dragon and the double commemorative Fortress Dragon, just for the Cyber Dragons, and the Stardust Dragon for the Starlight Road, obviously. So yeah, that's mainly the deck. I'd probably not play it myself like this, but I've put in enough cards for people to just take something out and put something else back in, and I'll also maybe throw in some photon treasures if I get my hands on those. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Rate in the comment box down below. I will be coming up with another deck for myself, what I am going to play when I know what the new format is. So there it is. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you like the deck, just go to my eBay and you can put a bid down there. Peace. Comment, rate, subscribe once again, and have a nice day. Bye.